Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how you can service your Thomas Dudley HydroFlow telescopic float valve. This one is brand new, so it doesn't need servicing, doing it purely for the video. It's a lot easier to do here in front of the camera rather than when it's vertical in the cistern with very little room. So every now and then you will need to take it apart to give it a good clean. You might live in a hard water area, it might be full of limescale. Maybe you find that it's letting by a bit, or you might find that it's taking a bit too long to fill up the cistern. So first thing we want to do is we're going to undo this bit here. So nice and gently, just grab it and go slightly counterclockwise and then undo it here. And we're going to take out this diaphragm here, like so, and pull it apart from there. Now we need to make sure that everything is moving nicely. Get yourself an old toothbrush or a little brush, get yourself some warm water and give everything a nice good clean. If it's really scaled up, you can use yourself some white vinegar, and then afterwards make sure you rinse it out with some clean fresh water again. So that there needs to be clean. Now in here lives the filter, so you're going to have to get some long nose pliers. It will be quite stuck in there, but if you grab it and give it a nice good pull out this way, it will come out. You need to make sure, can you see there's a little O-ring here? You need to make sure that this is all clean. So again, you can get your little brush and give this all a good clean, spray it with white vinegar if needed. Now depending on how old it is, you might find that this has actually worn down. So if it's worn down, you'll be able to tell because when you rub it against your finger, it will leave a big black mark. So this is brand new and you can see that it's not leaving any marks. I've got an old one here from a different model. Look at this, if I just rub that, can you see it's leaving a black mark behind? So you now know that this one is on its way out. Now the good news is you can buy these separately. You don't have to buy all of this, you can just buy these themselves, which is nice. Now we can take this off the top here. You can see it's clipped here and here. So if you just ease it off nice and carefully, just do everything gently and then hopefully you won't snap any of the plastic. Like so. And you can see here that we have a gauze here and here. Again, give it a nice good clean in here and in here, spray it with some white vinegar if you see that there's scale buildup because you want them to be clear, otherwise it's going to cause a blockage. This is an adjustable one, so you can adjust the heights. We have a little restrictor valve in here. You want to make sure that that's nice and clear. So undo that there, and we're going to lift this out. Like so. And this is the restrictor valve here. You just need to give it a little turn, like that, and pull it out. So you would be using this if you've got a higher pressure, for example, if you're on mains pressure. If it's being fed from a tank up in the loft, then you wouldn't need this because it'd be unlikely you're going to have the pressure to need this. So make sure that that is nice and clean. Once that's clean, you can put it back in there and give it a little twist. And we also need to clean in here as well. So there's a tiny little bit of black rubber just here that seals. So very gently, I'm going to unclip it from here. That's that side done. And that's that side done. You can see if you do it carefully, you're not going to snap anything. And look at that little bit of rubber there. So you need to make sure that that's nice and clean as well, that there's no scale build up there. And now we just need to put it all back together. That clips in there. So this is a filter. I'm just going to wet that O-ring just to make it easier to put in. If it was really stubborn, you could use silicone grease and push that home like so. We're putting this one in this way round, like that. Don't worry about the little cutout. And now we're going to be putting this in like so, with the knobbly bits towards you. And then we're going to be lining this up that way round there. You can see there's a little cutout just here. So that goes on there. And tighten that up by hand to begin with. And I'm just going to give it a tiny little turn. Just like that, just nipping it up. And we need to clip this back on either this way or this way. And there we go, that's now clip back in. Now when it comes to the replacement diaphragms on the inside, this one here is blue but the older ones are white. They are backwards compatible, so it should be fine no matter which one you get. So there we go. Hopefully that video's helped you out and you understand it a bit more. Thanks for watching.